Okay, let's check out the View tab in Safari. This menu is basically your control center for how Safari looks, like toolbars, sidebars, zoom, even translation. Now the first option is always show toolbar in full screen. By default, Safari hides the toolbar when you go full screen. Turn this on if you always want your address bar and button visible, even in full screen mode. It's great if you are doing work and don't want to keep moving your mouse up just to see the toolbar. Customize toolbar. This is like rearranging your desk. You decide what tools you want in arm's reach and what you want out of sight. When you click Customize toolbar, Safari will open a little edit mode for the top bar. You will see a bunch of available buttons and tools pop up in a tray. Things like reload to refresh the page, home to jump to your home page, print to print the current page, share to quickly send the page via message, mail, airdrops, etc. Flexible space adds gap between buttons so things don't feel cramped. Text size, quickly increase or decrease text size without zooming everything. Tab overview, jump into the grid view of tabs. Download, quick access to your recent downloads. Here's the fun part, you can drag any of these into the toolbar and drop them where you want. If there's something you never use, just drag it out of the toolbar and it will disappear like a little poof animation. Now I have some tips for you. You can rearrange existing buttons. It doesn't have to be only adding or removing. If you ever mess it up and want the default layout back, just drag the default set. It will be in that tray back onto the toolbar. Adding flexible space is great if you want certain buttons on one side and others far away for a cleaner look. Basically, it's your Safari, your way. Now, the third option is always show toolbar. It's going to make sure the tab bar is always visible even when you only have one tab open. If you like quick access to open new tabs, keep this on. Show favorites bar. It's going to add a horizontal bookmark bar just below the toolbar. It's perfect for pinning your go-to sites for one-click access. Now the next option is hide status bar or show status bar. The status bar shows a little strip at the bottom that display the URL when you hover over a link. It's good for checking where a link goes before you click. Show sidebar opens the main sidebar where you can get to bookmarks, reading list, tab groups, shared links if you are in iCloud. Now the next is show bookmarks sidebar. Opens the sidebar just for bookmarks. Great if you don't need all the other sidebar stuff cluttering it up. Now the next is show reading list sidebar. It's going to open the sidebar with your saved reading list, articles you have saved for later. Now the next is shared with you. It's going to show content that people have shared with you via message right in Safari. This can be links, articles, etc. Now the next is show reader if available, because in the new Safari it's not available. Like as you can see, I don't have the show reader option anymore. So if you have this, then it's going to switch to reader mode, which removes all the ads and distraction, so you can focus on just the article text. You can also customize font size and background color here. Show tab overview. It's going to give you a visual grid of all your open tabs with live previews, kind of like mission control, but for Safari tabs only. Now, show downloads. It's going to open your download list so you can check progress or reopen downloaded files. Next is stop or reload page. If a page is still loading, it will say stop. Once loaded, it's going to change to reload so you can refresh it anytime. Now the next is translation. This is Safari's built-in translator. If the page is in another language, you can translate it into your preferred language right here. Now next is actual zoom, zoom in, zoom out. It's simple. You can use it to control your zoom. Command plus to zoom in, command minus to zoom out, command 0 to reset to actual size. Now next is text encoding. It's going to let you manually change the text encoding for a web page. Rarely needed these days, but it can help if a page's character look broken or weird. Now the next option is exit full screen. Exactly what it says. It's going to take you out of full screen mode. The shortcut is, as you can see, escape or control a command plus F. Now I'm not going to go through history tab and bookmark tab section because I don't think there is anything very important. So now let's jump into the developer one. Now let's go through one of the most important parts for developers, the developer tab in Safari. If you don't see this tab in your Safari menu bar, you can enable it by going through Safari settings and advanced. You are going to see something called show developer menu in menu bar. Just enable it and here it's not appearing because I have the latest version. Once you enable it, you will see this powerful new menu. It's called develop, and trust me, this is your control center for testing, debugging, and building websites like a pro. So let's break it down one by one. So the first one is open page with. This one's super useful. It lets you open the current page in another browser or simulator. Like if you want to see how your page looks in Chrome, Firefox, or even another version of Safari on your Mac, click this and just pick the one you want. Also helpful for comparing behavior across browser. One more thing, if you want to compare between browsers, you have to install the browser first. Like here you can see I have Chrome already installed in my Mac, so I can test it out. But if you don't have other browser installed in your Mac, then most probably you are not going to see this option. Also, you can add simulator and open your browser on or site on that simulator. For that, just open up the Xcode. If you don't have that, then download and install it from the Apple Store, and then go to the Xcode, and from Xcode go to the settings and components, and then download the simulator you want. And once it's downloaded, then please restart your MacBook, and then go to the Safari again and open page, and you will see all the available simulators there. And that's it. Whenever you want to check your website, like how it's going to look in other Apple product, you will check that with this. Second is user agent. This one changes how the website thinks you are browsing. Basically, it tells the website, hey, I am an iPhone, I'm using Windows. You can use this to test how your sites look on iPhone or iPad, and you can pretend to be another browser like Edge or Internet Explorer, and you can also simulate other Safari version. Website might change layout or feature depending on user agent, so this helps you catch bugs early. Another option, you are going to see your device name and Mac version. This just shows the current active device you are using. Here it says Imran's MacBook. You don't really need to click this, just for info. Inspect apps and device. This one is going to let you inspect web content running inside iOS apps if you are building one, or you can connect your iPhone or iPad and inspect Safari on that device. It's useful if you are building a progressive web apps or Safari based iOS experience. I don't have an iPhone right now, so unfortunately we cannot test this right now, but if you have any, you can test it yourself. Fifth is service worker. This one is mostly for modern web apps. You can check which service worker are running, debug or unregister them, and clear the cache. If you are working on offline first app or a PWA, you will need this. Now, web extension background content. This one helps when you are making Safari extension. It opens the background content running behind your extension like script or hidden pages. It's useful if you are an extension developer. In future, I'm going to make a video on this one as well, like how you can develop extension on Safari as well. So stay tuned for that. Seventh point is inter responsive design mode. This one is big. It lets you test your website on different screen size like iPhone, iPad, or a big desktop monitor. When you enable it, your page enters a simulator view like how your sites look on different Apple devices. You can resize the screen freely to test your layout flexibility. You can measure performance in different resolutions. And it's fast as well, like it's way quicker than opening a separate page in a simulator, like we have seen before, like going through the open page and a simulator. Or you can use the shortcut command, which is command option plus R. 8 point is hide web inspector or show web inspector. If web inspector is already open, this hides it, or if not, then you can use it to open the web inspector. The shortcut is very simple, command plus option plus I. Show JavaScript console. This is going to open just the console, not the full inspector, and the shortcut is command option plus C. Great for quick logging message or running JS snippets. Now the 10th point is show page resources. This shows the raw HTML sources of the page, what was originally loaded, and the shortcut is for this is command option plus U. And now 11th point is show page resources. It's going to open a panel showing all the images, script, CSS, and other stuff your page is using. It's useful for checking performance, caching, file size, and other stuff. Now start timeline recording. It's going to start recording everything your page is doing, like script running, layout shifts, or paint events, performance, bottlenecks. Think of it like a recorder that tracks everything actively. It's great for diagnosing slow pages or glitches. Start element selection. Once you click this, your mouse will become a selector tool. So when you hover over a page element, it will highlight it. When you click an element, it opens directly inside the element tab. Now the next point is empty caches. It's going to clear your browser's cached files like CSS, JavaScript, or images. It's super useful when your page looks stuck or old changes aren't showing up. The shortcut is Option Command plus C. Get Safari Technology Preview. This is going to open up the Apple's official preview browser. It's like a beta version of Safari for developers. It has experimental features like new APIs, upcoming Safari tools. Install it if you are testing cutting edge web stuffs. Now 16 point is developer settings. Opens a special window where you can toggle experimental developer settings like WebRTC or media performance and many more. We are going to look into this later. Now the next point is feature flags. This is like a power user tool. Here you can enable or disable hidden Safari features that are still being tested like new layout engines, video feature and many more. Only touch these if you know what you are doing or want to experiment. Now, only two tabs are left, Windows and Help. But honestly, there's nothing much to talk about. So, I'm going to just skip both and jump straight into the settings window. To open this, just click on Safari and go to the settings. You will see a bunch of tabs here, but a lot of these are basic stuff. You can figure it out yourself. So I'm going to skip some of the tabs like general and tabs, autofill, password. Now the search tab is a bit interesting. Here you can switch between different search engines if you want. So now let's look at the security tab. This one is useful for fraudulent sites. Safari will warn you before opening suspicious websites. And now web content can enable or disable JavaScript here. Non-secure connection. It shows a warning when you visit a HTTP sites instead of HTTPS. Now go to the privacy tab. First two options are website tracking and hide IP address. These help us to stop website from tracking you. Then there's website data. You will see a list of sites that have stored data on your device. You can remove any of them manually. And finally, there is also a setting here called private browsing, and this one is pretty interesting. So try this. Open a private window and then go to the window and lock all the private tabs. Now Safari will ask you for your password or fingerprint to unlock those tabs. It's super useful for privacy. But if you want to uncheck that settings, private tabs won't stay locked anymore.